Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 24/7. My name is Niharika Balia, and I am with you with the area of AFM. So, kindly let me know if I'm audible as well as visible. Okay. Am I audible, everyone? Let's begin. Let's begin with the class today. In terms of AFM, we are covering the various classes and we are covering this particular syllabus from the point of view of 60 days, 60 classes. Okay, now here comes the first question. Today, I think that would be a mix of module A and module B. That is, if an employee of the business files a legal suit on the business, then it is considered in the books as. What is it considered as? It's a legal expense or a liability or a contingent asset or a contingent liability. If an employee of the business files a legal suit, if a particular person is filing a legal suit against the business now, then this is the point where there is uncertainty. You never know whether that particular person will win the case or that particular person will lose the case, right? So, since we do not know whether that particular person will win or lose, then it can be called a legal expense or a liability or a contingent asset or a contingent liability. It is basically a contingent liability because there is an uncertainty. We do not know whether we'll win the case or we will lose the case. So, such the outcome of the pending lawsuit is not known. That is why it would be considered as a contingent liability. Now, at the end of the accounting year, the capital expenditure are shown in the asset side of the balance sheet, liability side of the balance sheet, debit of the profit and loss account or credit of the P&L account. So when we talk about the capital expenditures are those expenditures which would increase our asset or decrease our asset because we can purchase any asset or sell any asset or pay off any kind of loans through the capital expenditures, right? So whatever we are doing, capital expenditures means we are spending basically, right? When we talk about capital receipts, then at that point of time, we would be receiving the money. Okay. Now, the next question. If I talk about this portion now, if I do the capital expenditure, that means if I talk about the capital expenditure, I would have bought an asset. For example, if I buy a car, then I'll have to pay for it. If I buy a car, if I buy anything for that matter, what will happen? I'll have to pay for it. So in this case, it would be the asset side of the balance sheet. In the financial accounting, an asset is basically a resource owned or controlled by a business or an economic activity. In this case, assets represent value of ownership that can be converted into cash. Now, when the stock is valued at cost in one accounting period at a lower cost and NRV in another accounting period, which particular principle is being violated? Is it Prudence principle conflicts with consistency. Matching principle conflicts with consistency. Consistency conflicts with accounting period assumption, or none of the above. See, when the stock, normally we are working upon cost in the first year, and then we are looking forward towards lower of cost or, excuse me, lower of cost or NRV, whichever, lower of cost or NRV in terms of the stock valuation. Then in this case, whenever we take the lower of cost or NRV, this is prudence principle. Prudence means conservatism. We are being conserved about the fact, right? And when we talk about the topic of cost there, in this case, in the first year it's cost, in the second year it's cost or NRV. The problem is, in this case and in this case, they are using prudence, but they have definitely violated consistency, because they were supposed to follow one particular method for the upcoming years, while they were changing it every now and then, so they were going wrong in this area. Next question. Advertisement expenses are apportioned among departments on in the proportion of sales of each department, and then purchases of each department, number of units sold by each department, or cost of sales of each department. What would be the correct answer, everyone? Okay. Advertisement expenditures are apportioned among the different departments in proportion of sales, number one, as it is done in terms of sales, or it is done in terms of purchases, in terms of number of units, or cost of sales. See, advertisement is directly related to sales. It has always been like that. So in this case, it is the sales of each department. So if a particular department is selling more, they'll advertise themselves more because they are getting popular in the market now. The one which is getting popular in the market will try to sell itself more and more in the market, right? Next is a perpetual inventory system. Under inventories, now what happens is something called perpetual inventory system. Perpetual means ongoing, it is always there, right? A system of checking physical stock against bin card information on a continuous basis, a documentation system that records all transactions in storage department on a continuous basis, a system for checking stock on the same date in each accounting period, and then we have a system for ensuring stock taking procedures satisfy a predetermined process. So, in terms of the perpetual inventory system, perpetual means an ongoing system. It doesn't stop anywhere, it keeps on going. So, when such a system is occurring every single day, then what you need to do is, then what you need to do in this case is, this is basically a system which goes on and on. They keep on checking the physical stock every single time. They have this particular habit of doing it on a regular basis rather than doing by the end of the year or in any other certain scenario. So in this case, it's a documentation system that records all transactions in the storage department on a continuous basis. Perpetual means continuity. That's the point, that in this case the particular process goes on for a long period of time. Then next point is, what is the nature of share allotment account? What is the nature of share allotment account, everyone? Is it personal account, real account, nominal, or impersonal account? If I talk about nature of the share allotment account, then share allotment is also a personal account because it relates to the amount which a particular person, shareholder, is supposed to pay. Right? That is what we specify in this area. That is, nature of the share allotment is a personal account. That is because it relates to the shareholder and what amount he is supposed to pay to the business. So it is personal account. Share application, share allotment, share capital. These are all the different amount of money that the particular organization is to pay. That is, in terms of share application, share allotment, share capital. These are all personal accounts. And in this case, what they do is debit the receiver, credit the giver. right? Next question. Interest accrued and due on debentures appear in the company's balance sheet under the subhead short term borrowings, then trade payables, then other current liabilities or short term provisions. If I talk about interest accrued and due on debentures, they are supposed to pay this amount on debentures in the upcoming period. So, what will you call it? Is it short term borrowings or trade payables or the current liabilities or provisions? Since we are supposed to pay in the upcoming period, then this would be called other current liabilities. Okay. Here comes the next question, everyone. The shareholder who have a right to receive the arrears of dividend from the future profits are called participating preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, then cumulative preference shares or redeemable preference shares. In this case, if I talk about the topic where the people have the right to receive money. So in this case, what really happens is that see, the shareholders who have right the receive arrears. What happens is in one particular year the company couldn't pay proper dividends. So for that in the next year they paid dividends only for the next year. This was D0. Then they couldn't pay in the next year itself. But then they paid in terms of D2. So this is a position where we talk about where they do not get proper dividends. This is basically non-cumulative preference shares, right? These are called non-cumulative. But in case the particular organization is gaining money in one particular year and in the next year they are not able to get adequate profits so that they can pay off their preference shareholders. So that is a situation where the position where they will get money, they will pay for combined 2 years. This position is called cumulative or to collect the amount in which you couldn't pay for the first year, you will in the second year you will pay for both the years together. So that is cumulative preference shares. Cumulative preference shares gives the shareholder a right to dividends that may have been missed in the past. So dividends that are paid by the companies to as a reward to the shareholders would be stated here, right? Next question. Entries in the records. Yes, sir, a new batch is starting today. That is regarding CAIB. Okay. Now, entries in the accounting records and data reported in financial statements must be based on objectively determined evidence. Money measurement concept, cost concept, then dual aspect concept or objective evidence concept. That every accounting data must be objectively determined. What should be the point there? Acha, before I continue forward, if have you downloaded our app yet? If you haven't downloaded, then kindly go ahead and check it out now. The app has got good number of features to look forward to, and don't forget to explore all the important areas regarding JIB. What you need to do is you need to choose your JIB as a preferred course. Then there you will find all the content and information regarding JIB and CIB in your account there. So if you're looking forward to it, just check out the link below. There you can from the link below you can download the app. So go ahead and check it out. Okay, entries in accounting records and data reported in financial statements must be based on objectively determined Ajit sir, see, money measurement concept says it's all about money. Cost concept says once you incur the cost only, then you record it. Dual aspect concept says every debit has an equal credit. And the last one is objective evidence concept. If I talk about objective evidence, it is basically a situation where we say that whatever the particular transaction you are doing, where is the proof of that transaction? What's the proof of that particular transaction is something that we need to specify. Next question, if I talk about American companies, they prepare their financial statements in their currency. In terms of Japanese company, they prepare their transactions in their currency. This is an example of, excuse me, stable monetary unit concept, unit of measurement concept, then money value concept or current swap concept. American companies are preparing in their particular domestic currency, then the Japanese companies are creating it in their domestic currency. Then what would be the correct answer? In this case, the correct answer is unit of measurement concept. They take one particular currency as the base and then they calculate all the details as per that particular currency itself. Okay, this is the end of the class, but let's talk about our courses that are there for all the JIB and CIB aspirants. So what you need to do for this particular thing is you need to go to our app, that is www. You can go to our website, that is www.ada247.com, and the way better area is kindly go ahead and check out our app because there you get additional coins and additional discounts. So let's look forward to it. First of all, you need to go onto the area of www.247.com. If you look forward to the area of JIB and CIB, there you will get JIB 2023. All the batches that are coming up are available for you. Whatever batches are there. March 16th, we started our new batch regarding the JIB selection batch. It has started, so you can review these particular batches there. In case of any further details, what you need to do is you need to click on the area of the JIB selection batch. Under selection batch, you get 200 hours of live classes and 82 ebooks, and you will get it at okay. If you would like to purchase it, in this case, what you need to do is you need to click on the area of buy now and you can use the code Y541 that will give you a particular discount further as 81% discount is going on and you will get it for 3999.80 if you purchase it by using the code Y541. So if you are looking forward to this particular batch, then kindly use the code Y541 and get a discount of 81%. But when you're preparing for this examination and you are looking forward to it, then why to look forward only towards the selection batch? Why not take up a batch that will help you further? That is, you can take up the Maha pack because currently double validity is going on. If you purchase the JIB and JIB Ka Maha pack, you will be having double validity. Number one, 600 hours of classes are there, 52 test series are there, over 205 videos are already there, plus 83 ebooks are there. So all those things are as per the new syllabus that are given here. In terms of Mahapak, you'll not only get the bilingual batch, but you'll also get the English medium as well as the bilingual, both of them together. Along with that, currently 6 plus 6 month validity. That means it has a validity of 1 year. Then in terms of this area, you will get not only the live classes but also test series, then the revision batches that we come up, the power pack batches, MCQ batches, numerical batches, whatever batches we come up during the classes is all available for you in this particular area. All you need to do is you need to click on the area of buy now. You can use the code Y541 and apply it. As soon as you will apply it, you will get it for 6559.20 for 12 months. That means for 12 months you might be paying around 500 rupees altogether. So this is a win-win situation, and if you're looking forward to it, then kindly check out the JIB Kamaha pack. And if you would like to look forward towards a long-term process there, now what you can do is you can take up the particular batch of uh, JIB and CIB ka Mahapack as well. In this case, what you can do is you can take up both JIB and CIB considering that fact. This is more economical and at the same time more practical, because if you're looking forward towards this examination, then why to just prepare only for JIB and then we'll think of CIB? Why don't we just buy both the courses together and get free from the fact that whether what should I do, where should I go? So in this case, you'll not only get the JIB but the entire CIB as well. So that too, the period is for 2 years. And one of the most important and essential area for this particular batches, this would cost you, if you use the code Y541, getting a discount of 81%. If you'll buy it, you'll get it for 10,799 for 24 months, and that is for 2 years. This particular account would be open for you there. You can look forward to English medium, bilingual classes, the MCQ classes, regular video classes, whatever batches are going on. There is no restriction on you that you can attend only specific batch. You can attend or switch on to any specific batch that you would like to. So you can look forward towards our JIB and CIB Ka Mahapack, and with 12 plus 12, 2 years validity is going on. So hurry up, don't forget to check it out. Plus, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, then check out the description below. There you will find the link, so you can download it as early as possible. So I'll be meeting you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, everyone.